gotta stop hating. Alright, so this is gonna be a quick yap sesh / rant on some things I've seen going on in the community regarding casting in the Last of Us series and on the Fantastic Four First Steps movie. I was gonna let this rock, but the hate was too insane on both sides. But now I gotta talk my shit a little bit. If you like anything I have to say on this random yap / rant type video, y'all already know what y'all gotta do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those things, please. Let's run it up on this channel, man. I'm ready to make some noise on here. All right, so I kind of slowly want to build up to the rant, so I'm gonna start off with the more understandable conversation going on regarding Bella Ramsey and her playing the character of Ellie from the Last of Us game / TV show. And quick sidebar, before I get into any conversation about Bella Ramsey or Ellie or Julia Garner or Silver Surfer, please keep in mind it is not that deep. This is literally just a rant. I do not care that much about this. I just want to make some content for y'all. If you feel differently about who's playing Ellie, who's playing the Silver Surfer, I could care less. But like I said, y'all just go hear my voice. Anyway, I've seen a lot of conversations going down regarding Bella Ramsey playing Ellie. And from the conversations I'm seeing, most of them don't even touch on whether or not she's doing an accurate portrayal of Ellie. Nah, instead they all talking about how she don't look like Ellie at all. How she don't look like she aged a day despite the fact that the show done passed 5 years. And she's definitely well aware of these comments. She had a whole interview on it while they were filming the season. And this is just one article from The Independent. She was getting this question a lot as they were filming The Last of Us Season 2 and probably before in Season 1. I remember hearing these conversations in Season 1, but it wasn't that deep because Bella Ramsey naturally looks so young despite being 23, I think now. Now that Ellie is 19, she needs to look oh so different. And to put it short, she's very tired of being asked this question. See her addressing the question right here in the article, directly addressing the question stating that Ellie was 14 in Season 1 of The Last of Us. Now she's 19 in Season 2. There's a 5-year age gap. How do you prepare to play an older Ellie in Season 2? Now notice how the question is phrased, not how you plan on playing Ellie in the new season. How do you prepare to play an older Ellie? They know exactly what they asking. And look, any question is fair game on these interviews, obviously. I think there are 3 things that people are not taking into account when they ask her this question. Or maybe they are and they're just being blissfully ignorant. I don't know. It could be one of the 2. The first thing being, I know it's been a minute since we had The Last of Us Season 1 play on HBO Max. But not as long as the amount of time that passed actually in The Last of Us game. The 14 to 19 that Ellie took in The Last of Us video game is not going to be the same 14 to 19 that Bella Ramsey is going to take in real life, nor of any other actress who could have picked up the role as Ellie, no matter how much more they look like her. Number 2, Bella Ramsey cannot control how she grows as she ages in life. You cannot control how you grow. I've been 5'8" since I've been in the 8th grade. The same thing applies to Bella Ramsey. It's not her fault she still got the baby face at 23. And the final comment I have on this whole situation, you might not like Bella Ramsey playing Ellie because she don't look like Ellie, because she don't act like Ellie in the game, because her scar and her eyebrow look fake, whatever reason. She did not have final say on whether or not she was going to be the character of Ellie on the Last of Us TV show. Even if you want to argue maybe they could have found another actress for Season 2 to address the 5-year time scale. Is it really that deep? Would you want to risk finding a whole new actress to play Ellie when you already have someone who played Ellie in the first season, who knows her character from playing her in the first season, who did a good job playing her character in the first season? I don't care what none of y'all say. I want to risk finding a new actress to play Ellie because they might look more like Ellie at 19? Go off, but y'all could quite literally be tanking the show with that approach. I just feel like it's not that serious. You're gonna replace acting chops and portrayal of the character for looks? It just seemed like a drag to me, but maybe that's just me. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this Ellie situation in the comments. I feel like we just focusing too much on how she looks more so than how she's playing the character of Ellie, which I think she's doing a good job, even after the first episode of Season 2. But we gonna get into all that in my separate Last of Us episode review that I drop coming real soon. Y'all stay tuned for that. Alright, so Bella Ramsey, Ellie aside, I now have to talk about Julia Garner, who's playing Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four First Steps movie coming out in July of this year. Now, a lot of people are generally pissed seeing Julia Garner playing Silver Surfer just off the fact that she's a woman and they only know the Silver Surfer to be played as a male. Which is alright, I guess. You got all rights to spend your energy crashing out over whatever you want to in this life. But once again, I just feel like it's not that deep. Like, I'm hearing all these narratives about how, oh, Marvel's pandering again. They're trying to be so inclusive, making a villain that's known to be a man, a woman. Which is just arguing to argue at that point. Because they're literally not trying to be inclusive. Bro, we've deadass had a female Silver Surfer portrayed in the comics before. It don't take much research to learn this is the case. I found this out just scrolling on Facebook. I didn't even post about the movie. This just came up on the timeline. Yes, there's an actual character in the Marvel franchise named Shia LaBeouf who plays a version of Silver Surfer. Even if they weren't the first version of Silver Surfer, Who cares? The way y'all complaining about Julia Garner playing the Silver Surfer, you would have thought this was the first live action viewing of Silver Surfer on screen. He had his whole movie in 2007. I know y'all didn't forget about Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer already. The male counterpart was already on screen, so why are y'all so mad that this character is being portrayed by a woman now when there's already a woman Silver Surfer in the comics? Unless y'all not locked in for real. I can't be mad at y'all. I'm not locked in like that either. But then I also don't care like y'all do for real. Y'all are acting like Secret Wars is not coming in 2 years' time. A movie where presumably characters from different timelines throughout the MCU and Sony are gonna come together and bang out for supremacy. That's just from what I know. Like I said, I'm not locked in with the comics like that. But if this is the case, y'all will probably see the male Silver Surfer again, so y'all don't even have to trip. I said this in my TikTok short I dropped earlier today, but if it was up to y'all, these variants would all look the same. There would be no variation whatsoever, because y'all be hating. Like, even if there was no female Silver Surfer, God forbid Marvel just tried to be different. Y'all be going off look all the time. Y'all do not care about portrayal like that. On top of that, Julia Garner is just a tough actress for real. If you don't believe me, go check out Ozark. Langmore is one of them. She cooked in that role. But that's about all I wanted to get off my chest in this video. What I really want to get across with it though is to stop hating, take a step back, and let's judge the final product for the final product. Y'all doing all this complaining, y'all know y'all gonna be watching the movie anyway. Y'all know y'all are still gonna watch The Last of Us TV series anyway. And if you still got beef with the casting of Bella Ramsey to play Ellie or Julia Garner to play Silver Surfer at the end of the series or the end of the movie, that's fine, but just give it a chance is all I ask. Because I got a feeling a lot of y'all is going to be on the wrong side of history with both of these narratives. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. Stop hating. It's getting too warm outside for that.